Best part of having sex is having sex. All right, we got a good one today. This one goes, why the perfect life is actually a huge lie. Wah, wah, wah. All right, let's blow her up. Get this party started.
Whoa, careful.
Have you been told if you just get married, have kids, and do everything just right, you're assured of some sort of Disney lifestyle with a
Yep.
Hallmark ending assured? Well,
Yep.
let me tell you, that's some full on BS.
Amen, sister.
Completely.
Amen.
And I have been told that in my comments section. Thanks for watching and all the comments. But seriously, let's talk about this. Society puts some seriously crazy pressures and delusional beliefs onto people. The truth is, you can do everything just right by the book. Not many of us humans do, but close, right? You can have the kids, have the family, be the loving spouse, try to do it all. Yeah, you can. And guess what? Life may have other plans. And by people out there not accepting the full spectrum of life and events that happen to people, it completely invalidates the human experience and makes people feel bad. This toxic positivity going on in this world, it's making our society and individual humans sick. And it's a bunch of crap. It's about as useful as those corporate posters when you walk into the office that say, teamwork makes the dream work and all that nonsense.
Yeah, happy Monday. Hang in there. I think she's going somewhere with this, but like
I think she's right.
I got my homie Nate with me today.
What's up, guys?
The overdressed gentleman himself. But this is like a big reason people don't even really settle down till they're 30, 35, 40. I mean, Nate, you're only what, 24?
Yeah, I'm 24.
Yeah, it's like like impossible to date at that age. Anyways, let's let her keep talking. So far, I like this lady.
Does that really give you high functioning, productive teams? I don't think so. Not the offices I've been in. It's a bunch of crap and maybe has the opposite effect. And that's pretty much the truth with what's going on in our world with this toxic positivity, this judgment. I've realized through looking in the comments, so many people out there, they can't handle the truth, the reality of life. And that is making the rest of us out here that are experiencing things for real, job lost, family not being around, kids having problems, that's kind of invalidating and negating all of those experiences. And it's putting it back on the individual saying, you did something wrong. That's why you're alone. That's why your kids aren't around and not talking to you. That's why you don't have a job anymore. It's your fault. And you know what? That's a bunch of crap. What are us humans doing to each other? We need each other. I've got people in the comments telling me, oh, hey, you look good. Don't worry. It's still time to find a man. What video are you people watching?
What the fuck are you talking about? You're psychotic.
Yeah.
It's not. It is. I love it's so refreshing when older people see what younger people see.
Yeah.
It's the best.
When they're not drenched in the bullshit.
Well, because
yeah.
there are a lot of like my parents were older. My parents were in their 60s and 70s. They passed away, but like my parents had me when they were like 37. They were old, you know. So, but they saw through the bullshit. They were like, when I told them I don't want a real job, I don't want to do any of that stuff, they're like, yeah, don't do it. They're like, absolutely, do not do the real job. It's all horseshit.
Yeah.
But it was refreshing because everyone else's parents around me were the total opposite. I had other people's parents telling me the opposite of what my parents were telling me, and I'm like, and I could see the pressure on them. How many people felt like they had to go do regular life. It's a real thing.
It really is. It's really hard when you're, like I mentioned earlier, like, and you just said also, like, you're living someone else's life. That's a really brutal existence, because there's a guy out there who has a beautiful wife and 3 kids who never has any free time to himself, who would look a guy like me in the eye and be like, dude, I would kill to have your life. And I would be like, I don't know, it seems like what you're doing is pretty meaningful, but it's like, it's all about perspective. Like, what you think might be the most fulfilling life possible to someone else could be literal hell.
Yeah. I mean,
all about your view. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. But that's kind of where I'm getting at, though. It's nice to see somebody.
It's good to see perspective, like not just.
It's good to see somebody who gets it, who's also older.
I didn't end up alone. I walked here and I'm happy. And so are millions of other people. The judgment, the insanity going on out there, society applying one group's rules to everybody, it's hurting us. What the heck happened to accepting everything? When I was in college, right, back in the 80s, before the internet and I don't know what, the PSYOPs games that go on with it, we used to accept each other. We relished in hanging out and talking about differences. We'd have our little arguments and discussions and really flush out the differences. Then we'd open up our minds and think about what the options were, the full range. I don't know. And then we'd laugh. We'd just laugh and carry on. It's all turned into insanity. Humanity out there, it needs a big friggin' hug and embrace and some acceptance and tolerance. We need to acknowledge that life is not fair, is not going to treat everybody great. You can do everything right and have everything blow up right in your face, and it's not your fault. It's not. It's life. It's part of the human experience.
I feel bad, man, because luckily all my friends are like the closest people I hang out with. We could actually sit and talk about exactly what she's saying that everybody can't talk about. So I'm fortunate in that regard. Like, I'm really but I do understand what she's saying. Like, some people just do not get it. Like, circle back to what she was saying. Like, imagine your parent is her age or older, but they're telling you that what she's saying, it's your fault. You work harder, do more. Normal job, old school way. That's the way to go. So that's difficult. Luckily, I don't have that, but a lot of people have that. A lot of people have that kind of shit.
We've got the kids running around thinking that every little emotion they have needs a medication, and they're not right. They're filled with depression, anxiety, drama, trauma, all of it.
Preach.
Yes, there's real mental illnesses out there, and by gosh, they need help if they have them. But everybody who's feeling something, going through something.
Yeah, you know what the truth is? The truth is everybody has fucking anxiety.
I hate that shit so much.
No. Like, I have it.
I have it.
I don't take medication for it. I'm saying I get worried. I get nervous. I get angry. I get sad. I get scared. I go, oh my God, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? I have to make it. Money. It's like it's a normal thing.
It seems like I talked to so many kids my age and a little younger who, when I was in high school, they would get like diagnosed with like anxiety disorder and like get all this medicine shoved down their throat. I'm like, bro, I have anxiety all the time. You know what I do? I just try to figure it out. It hasn't failed me yet.
But dude,
blows my mind.
We had a cat. My mom took our old cat to the vet years ago. They wanted to give our cat anxiety medication.
What the fuck, dude?
My mom was like, "You believe that shit?" I go, "No, I actually don't believe that."
Yeah.
But yeah,
deal with it like an adult. Get a drinking habit.
Yeah.
Don't
become
do
an alcoholic.
I'm kidding,
but
you know what I mean.
It's just funny though, because it's like people were just putting names on it. But the truth is it's like, it's almost cool. It's almost like it's like a cop out in my opinion. It's like a fucking it's a good excuse. It's like, but the truth is like I have it all the fucking time. You like I think everybody literally has it.
Well, dude, and people do it with like depression too, and like sad stuff, and it's like some people, yeah, maybe you do have like a real depressive. You're having a really bad depressive episode, but some people, it's like, bro, you're just sad. Like life throws you fucking curveballs sometimes.
And I understand people have panic attacks. Like I don't really understand the panic attack because I never had like something where I like can't breathe or some shit.
Yeah,
that's next level. But I'm pretty sure we all have some sort of a fucking panic attack in our own way. I don't understand. Maybe it is something in the water. I don't know what the fuck it is. Maybe some people really do have that. Like this. When I hear PTSD, I think war.
You got shot at.
Yeah, I think somebody fucking got killed in front of you. But I guess, maybe you got hurt as a kid or something of that nature. Maybe those things are real.
You played one wrong note at your elementary school talent show.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure it does exist for some people. Their childhood, something bad happened. I get that. But it's just, she's not wrong, though. It has got a bit extreme. It's almost like cool now.
Over-medicated, yeah.
Sponsored by BetterHelp.
Doesn't have a diagnosis, doesn't need medication, and isn't sick. Maybe they need some love and understanding and freaking tolerance from us humans. Maybe the adults around here need to start acknowledging that life is not fair, stuff happens, even to really good people that do everything right. We got to normalize being human again. Having some fairy tale belief that if you get married...
She paused and looked down at the script.
She's cooking, though.
And
She's
have
cooking.
kids, everything's going to be great. That is really damaging. You know how many people were married and didn't do anything wrong, and they caught their spouse cheating, screwing up things?
A lot.
Man or woman. This fairy tale expectation that society's putting on out there, it's having the opposite effect. It's just making people sick. People that did nothing wrong. The spouse cheated, they lost their job, financial troubles came, and the marriage turned to...
I mean, cheating aside, think about it this way. All the people who did everything right, college, the whole nine, classic job, it's all backfired. So anybody who, the only way you could be disconnected from that is like right now, what I'm doing here, talking, and we're doing this, is more practical. Even this fucking lady right here is doing it. This is more practical of a way to make money than... I'm not saying everybody's gonna be able to do this. I'm just saying this is how far it's gone,
dude.
So of course you're gonna be... all of it's bullshit, and people are waking up to that.
Bro,
Sorry, Nate.
No, you're good. A great example for the relationship thing, Tom Brady. That dude is picture perfect, and that guy got a divorce. That's not to say every situation's the same as his, but he did everything he could. What more could a person want? Sometimes it's just not enough for people, and that's fucking... It's happening a lot in relationships and dating nowadays. Oh, you're not enough for me.
Yeah, I hear people your age, Nate. He's 24, I'm 35. Dude, when I was 20, it was normal for you to have a girlfriend. It was fucking normal.
Yeah.
Now it's
Now it's 3 in 5 guys my age don't have one.
Yeah, it's not... You're not... They're not date... They're not... It's are you guys together? It's oh no, we're just friends. We just have sex and do everything together, but we don't want it's this weird fucking... I notice it with younger kids. I'm out and about. I see what's going on.
Yeah, she more of a rotation.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's just strange.
Are you on fentanyl?
Fentanyl. It's just strange. It really is. But it's stories like this. Seeing your parents get divorced. Seeing other people get fucked. That has a lot to do with it. Monkey see, monkey don't do.
To hell. They had kids. The kid ended up maybe with an addiction problem, an eating disorder. Who knows? This is life. It's real. And almost nobody's getting out of here unscathed. When are we going to start having a little bit more compassion, acceptance, and acknowledging what's reality? Yeah, I know it sucks sometimes. But guess what? Running away from it or putting your head in the sand, it's not going to change anything. People need to stop assuming that anyone who doesn't follow this societal normal path, there's something wrong with them. Hate to tell you, there's millions of us out here, and we are perfectly fine, okay, and even happy. The real answer out there is not, well, just have kids, build your family, they'll take care of you. No, it's learn how to stand on your own 2 feet, and then you're guaranteed you're going to be okay.
I love what she just said about people doing all the right things, and then there's
still goes wrong.
Her, she's still... We're happy, right? I'm going against the grain, always have in society. That's just how I roll. And I've always been told by everybody else to do what they're doing. But when I ask them, I'm like, do you like your job? No. Are you getting paid a shit ton of money? No. like everything they're telling me to do, they're not even happy with it. Sorry, this one's called Solo Second Half of Life. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna give her a like just so you guys know who she is.
Yeah.
But that's a real thing. Having people tell me that I should go do this thing, or how many times you've been told to go back to school. You're like in your 30s already. You're like, what are you fucking? And then people actually do it. They actually fucking do it. And I'm pretty positive it wasn't even their idea.
It's like a.
Just saying.
It's kind of like
no offense.
People build this like this archetype of like what the perfect life is, and notice what she said right there. She gave good practical advice, which is you don't need to follow any one path. You just need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and live with yourself. If you can do that and you treat people with compassion, like she said, like you're already 90% of the way there. Some people think you go down this path, it's going to be the path to happiness. It's like, bro, a lot of the time, it's a fucking trap.
Well, not to mention, it's also that classic thing. It's like we're raised, and everybody you meet's like, oh, don't. He's like, whatever you do, don't get married, or well, don't have children, or it's like, I hate my job. Oh, you don't want to do this. Younger generations, at least a good amount of us, we listened.
Yeah, we're picking up on that.
I fucking listened. When my mom I listened to my parents. Like my dad owned his own business, but he used to tell me all the time, like, you do not want a real job, man. He's like, you're going to have one for a while, but last thing you want to do is do that shit forever. And even my mom, too, she was like, you do not want to work in an office building. And I did for a little bit, part-time, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was, God, awful. Anyways.
Stand on your own 2 feet, but build community. Have friends, volunteer, do things that you like to do. Contribute to society. And no, you don't need to be married and have kids to do that, for gosh sakes. We need to stop assuming that anyone that didn't follow these traditional paths is broken, some sort of misfit, made mistakes, or a failure. Full-on bull crap. So let's start accepting the differences, respecting people, and having a little bit of kindness and compassion for the path that people are on, whatever it is. Stop blaming them for life. It's ridiculous. Maybe it makes you feel a little bit better that you're creating some sort of delusional sense of control out there. Sorry, it's a bunch of crap. I don't know what to tell you. Yes, this is me again, being real. Hit the comments section to give me...
We are going to hit the comment section right now.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, though, is I actually do want kids, but it's not because...
That second one hits.
It's not because... my parents had a kid. It's not because of that. It's just because I want children. Like I feel like that's how I feel about it. But I'm also selfish. I'm 35 and I'm still like 37, 38. That's a good age for me. Because I know once it happens, life's going to change, and then there's a bunch of risk involved. And you hear it 1,000 times. Whatever you do, don't have kids. But I have been living my life on my terms, so I get exactly what she's saying. This one goes, I really needed to hear this. My husband of 23 years died on... Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Geez.
Yeah, Jesus, we're going to skip that one.
That comment right there.
I've had enough death in my life recently. Just because you're married now doesn't mean you will be in the future. Sometimes it's not up to you. It's a story told 1,000 times.
And if you're a guy, most of the time it's not up to you.
Yeah.
80% of divorces are initiated by the ladies.
Yeah, we don't know if that statistic's exactly true, but it sounds pretty right.
It's pretty close.
I'm 33 and in the process of rebuilding my life after I'm 63 and in the process of rebuilding my life after a 40-year unhappy marriage. Needed to hear this. How many people just stay together because it's easy?
Yeah, or for the kids or for some other...
I'm 72, or like they got married and they knew they shouldn't have. You know, you just... Sometimes we could stay with people when you don't want to because you're so used to it. Or like you feel like you can't get anybody else. It's a weird feeling. I've actually been there. Or like you'll go into a relationship thinking that this is all I can do. At least as a man. I feel like a woman, that's probably why they leave so quick. It's like, I can get... Everybody wants me.
There's a sentiment of like, usually the woman leaves too soon and then the man doesn't leave soon enough. I heard that the other day. I'm like, it's kind of true.
Well, you know, I've been dumped most of the times. I mean, I've done a couple of dumpings. Okay, the difference between an optimist and a pessimist is the pessimist is better informed. Oh, nice. Or it's just nice to look at the truth like look at the hard shit that sucks to know about, and then navigate through that. Like, don't let it ruin your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm 72, been single for 25 years, lost an ex-wife and a girlfriend to cancer. Jesus. And if I learned anything, it's that you are on your own in this world. Keep your expectations low and just enjoy simple pleasures of life. Don't depend on anyone else for your happiness.
It's great advice.
I mean, yeah, it is, but also, like, I'm a people's person. So, it's not that I depend on people for my happiness, but, like, I'm a lot happier when I hang out with friends.
We do need community.
Over here. I'm a lot happier when I'm with hanging out with family, shit like that. Like, one of the most depressing times in my life, I was just living alone for like a year, and I was working from home. And all my friends, I'm in my 30s, so everyone's working all the time. They can't just readily go kick it at the drop of a fucking phone call. And that was hard. That was like the first time I ever experienced, like, not that you can't enjoy yourself by yourself, but I'm just speaking for people who are like me, who, like, if you're alone long enough, I guess you get used to it. But for me, I prefer having some company.
Yeah.
I do get what they're saying, though.
Yeah, it's like be comfortable on your own, but community is what makes life worth living.
Yeah,
literally.
otherwise it's kind of what's the point?
Exactly.
I'm 61, never married, no kids. I'm doing just fine. This person goes, social media is awful. It's impossible to have a relationship. Okay. Everything's all about relationship. I'm trying to see other people against the grain here. Right here. I love your videos. I'm a retired physician, age 66, who had a career in corporate medical system. I am single all of my life and childless. I had a very good career, was popular and competent position, but my gosh, a lot of folks thought I was a failure as I had not been married. One of our chief physicians told me that I was a failure. No way. As I had never been married and no one picked me, therefore there just had to be something wrong with me. Since retirement, I have worked through my anger at the system and have come to realize many things. I really commend you nicely for articulating what I wish I could say. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, it is a weird kind of stigma, I guess. I mean, even now, even my age, some of my friends are like, dude, you're up next. They all have kids, and like, I don't feel the pressure. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be an old dad. Like, I'll have a kid when I have a kid. Like, I'm still doing shit, and it'll happen when it happens. Because, dude, how many people fucking just tell you it's the biggest mistake?
Yeah, I see it as like I want to have kids, and I'd like to have a lifelong marriage. That'd be great, but I understand that it might not happen, and if it doesn't, I'm all right. Like, I'll be fine. I'm just thankful I get to, every day I get to wake up is a gift, really, and that's it.
I agree. After my alcoholic ex-husband wrecked my finances, turned his son against him, and destroyed our family and friends' relationships, my mother and several others continued to tell me how finding a man would make it better.
Classic.
LOL. Yeah. I had to remind them that a man is what got me into this crap in the first place. I was doing great before I was married, then the chaos ensued. Then well again after we divorced. I'm on my own. I am my own savior. Anyways,
these comments are making me sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this lady's channel down below, but Jesus Christ, I think it's kind of like, I understand why everybody's against the
traditional path.
Yeah, like against the grain. Yeah, like no one's really. Young kids aren't really dating. No one's having kids, and people don't want real jobs, and they don't even exist anyways, or they don't pay well enough.
They're not, and they're not any more stable than like an internet job.
Yeah, and it's like, why would you do any of those things? And people are still doing them. It's not like we don't need tradespeople. We don't need, of course, yes,
blue collar, yeah,
of course. Not even just that. Just yes, office jobs, hospitals. Yes, we need things to function. But do you blame people for not wanting to go that route? I
Yeah.
don't.
It's like
I don't at all.
I do think that most people will derive like the most fulfillment and enjoyment in their lives from family, from friendships, like in community. But that being said, though, like if you never get married, if you never have kids, I think you'll still be all right. I mean, and
Yeah,
if
I mean, plenty of people are a lot of people are gonna end up exactly that way. So
yeah, no, truly.
it's just where the world's going. But anyways, I'll leave Nate's information down below. I'll also leave this lady's stuff down below.
Appreciate you guys.
But yeah, why the perfect life is actually a huge lie. I mean, I guess it can be if you find the right person and you guys are best friends and shit, and you just so happen to be attracted to each other, and you make decent money, and you guys see the you grow together versus grow apart. Yeah, I think life could be great. But you know, if I just got stuck in some dead end marriage and a dead end job, well,
Nightmare.
kill me. Anyways, good talk.
Help!